to This is Super 93.3 FM Port Harcourt, and welcome to Point Blank. Point Blank is a news and current affairs program, airs every Saturday on the station 93.3 FM. On Point Blank, we have discussion and conversation with those who matter. We'll discuss all issues from politics to human angle stories, the stories making the headline, and also all the breaking news. You can be guaranteed that you will have a deep analysis of all of them here on Point Blank. And once again, thank you so much for joining us. Now, don't forget, you can be part of our big audience on Point Blank. Follow us on our social media pages. We're live on Facebook, 93.3 FM. On Twitter, we're live on Super FM 933. And on Instagram, we are also live, Super FM 93.3. While on YouTube, you can watch the conversation live on Super FM PH. You can as well download our global mobile app. Go to your Play Store, download Super FM Global, drop a comment, and also share and be part of all of our discussion by watching live happenings in our studio. Once again, thank you so much for joining us. It is 6 days to the February 25th presidential and National Assembly elections. And the National Assembly election is a very critical one, and it will be strongly contested here in Rivers State. And of course, one particular senatorial district is a very vital one to the people of Rivers State, and talking about the Rivers Southeast Senatorial District. Rivers Southeast Senatorial District, comprising 88 wards and 7 local government area, will be one senatorial election to watch critically, not only because of the people, but because of this senatorial district has huge potential. Critical infrastructures are situated in this senatorial district. And one man who is seeking a re-election as the Senator Rivers East Senatorial District is Senator Barinada Mpigi. Senator Barinada Mpigi has a rich CV, is seeking a second time on the platform of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, for the Rivers Southeast Senatorial District election. Already, he has in his kitty some very outstanding performance going for him, and one of them is the passage of the bill for the Environmental University in Ogoniland. The bill, yet to be assented by President Muhammadu Buhari, has been a big talk among people who are interested in the well-being of Ogoniland. But the question is, will this be enough to ensure that Senator Barinada Mpigi gets a second ticket to the Senate? What more can Senator Barinada Mpigi boast of to have done for the people of Rivers Southeast Senatorial District that would make him get a second term in this coming election? Again, what about the opposition? What about other political parties seeking this same ticket? Is Senator Barinada Mpigi confident enough that he will sweep the poll in 6 days' time? All of this and more we'll be finding out on Point Blank this Saturday. And don't forget to join us. My guest is already seated. I'll be going on a short break. When I come back, we'll be meeting our guest. Stay with us.
Tired of the lies? Tired of the spin? Are you ready to hear the hard-hitting truth in a comprehensive, conservative, and principled fashion? Point Blank on Super FM 93.3 brings you all the news you need to know. Real conversations, real news, and one-on-one interviews with some of the most intriguing names in Rivers State, South Nigeria, and the country today. Unbiased analysis the way you wish still existed.
They're damaging the economy of the country. I'm not bothered about whether federal government is supporting us or not. Because if you cannot protect the lives of your people, then there's no governance.
From the news that dominates the headlines to the important topics below the fold, left, right, and center busts the opinion bubbles and echo chambers with genuine discussion and real talk.
Out of $500 million that President Goodluck Jonathan borrowed for Abuja Kaduna. At the time I was speaking, we were paid over 100 and something million out of the $500 million.
Tune into Point Blank with Shegun Awolabi every Saturdays 8:15 a.m. on Super 93.3 FM. Point Blank, civilized yet provocative.
And once again, greetings to you. Thank you so much for staying with us. This is Point Blank Saturday, and I'll be having conversation with Senator Barinada Mpigi. He has a very rich CV. He was the chairman Tai local government area 1999 to 2001. Senator Barinada Mpigi was later appointed the Pioneer Commissioner for Youth Affairs by the administration of former Governor Peter Odili, and he served between 2001 and 2002. Senator Barinada Mpigi was elected to resume leadership of Tai local government area from 2008 and 2011. He represented the people of the Federal House of Representatives of his area in 2011, June 2011 to June 2015. He got re-elected into the House of Representatives from June 2015 to 2019. He was voted as Senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, representing Rivers Southeast Senatorial District in 2019, February 23, 2019. And so far, while he was a representative, he has done some very fantastic. As a senator, he was appointed Vice Chairman, Senate Committee on Establishment and Public Service in the 9th Assembly. He was the Vice Chairman, Electoral Matter Committee in the 8th Assembly. And in the Senate, he has also contributed immensely to some outstanding legislative work. You recall that Senator Bernard Mpigi was part of the NDDC Act Amendment Bill 2019. He was also one of the sponsors of the Federal Character Commission Act Amendment Bill 2019. He sponsored a private bill, a Private Security and Forensic Investigation Bureau of Nigeria 2019, and the Federal University of Environmental Technology Sapinwa Tai Ogoni Bill, which has now passed, but waiting the assent of President Muhammadu Buhari. Again, I have in the studio distinguished Senator Dr. Barinada Mpigi. Good morning, and thank you for joining us on Point Blank.
Thank you, Shego.
Distinguished, for a very long time, I've been wanting to talk to you, particularly concerning the success on the passage of the University of Environment Technology, Sapinwa Tai. First, let me congratulate you on the passage of that very important bill. Again, we are waiting for President Muhammadu Buhari to assent that bill. Now, quickly, just in 2 minutes, tell us a little bit about that university. And I'm very, very excited about the university. And again, are you optimistic that President Muhammadu Buhari will assent this bill before the expiration of this tenure?
Shego, first of all, I have to congratulate you for this wonderful edifice here. And it's another way of trying to say the people of Rivers Southeast Senatorial District were welcoming industries and commercial activities that takes place. This place is in Eleme local government. I want to personally congratulate you because it's one of those studios that can compete with any studio in the world. Now, talking about our university, I want to say the truth is that we've done all the processes that the university needs to take, and I can assure you, the president has not refused the assent to the university, but I can assure you that the problem we're having for now, which is not a problem, the site we took happened to be the place in Kiratai, and my boss, the governor of Rivers State, has given us a campus. The only technicality we are working out now before Mr. President would assent that bill is going to be the location, and that we are working on, and I can assure you before the expiration of May 29th, of which Mr. President will leave the office, the University of Environmental Technology in Ogoni will be ascended to.
And this is very good news for the people of your senatorial district, again, because a lot of people have been looking forward to that, and a lot of people believe that this, again, will put the issue of Ogoni on the front burner. But again, I just want you to tell us in 60 seconds what this university would come to achieve. Is it just going to be another federal university just like others?
Well, Ogoni land has suffered a lot of degradation, and we call it a specialist university. And especially a university in that nature has to do with everything that has to do with environment. It's not meant for Ogoni. Our target and our hope and belief is that this university is going to go beyond just helping people of the River State and helping the people of the Niger Delta, but also help the whole Nigeria to kind of provide whatever we call technicalities in terms of the scientific approach to remediation on our land.
Fantastic. So let us come back to the big issue. I mean, I wish to talk to you on several things, but I know that, distinguished, one of the reasons why you are in the studio today is to talk about the coming election, and it is 6 days. We have 6 days to the National Assembly election. It's a very critical one. And of course, your senatorial district, which is Rivers Southeast Senatorial District, is a very crucial one because the people of that 88 wards comprising of Kana, Gokana, Tai, Eleme, Andoni, Opobonkoro, and Oyibo local government area will be casting a very critical vote in choosing the voice that will be speaking to them. But there are a lot of issues. First is the issue of representation. This is your second time. Why do you think you deserve a second time, having done the first time. You are currently in the Senate.
Well, the red chamber of the Senate and, of course, the parliamentary house of the National Assembly is a place of which we think, firstly, you have to think of what they call ranking counts for us. I'm a serving senator for now, but I've done much for my people. And I think because of the position of what they call ranking is going to help my people. I have just gone into the Senate, and for us to actually got what is called the necessary dividend of democracy back in the Senate for the Rivers Southeast Senatorial District, I think continuity serves. And that is part of what we are preaching in the state here, consolidation and continuity. I have served my people, and I know to what extent I have gone. And for us to actually complete what we are doing, we need to actually take it to my people. I have done very well in the area of infrastructural development. Let me just recall, because firstly, the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the Rivers Southeast Senatorial District Senate position is not meant for the Ogoni people alone. It's meant for the people of Asa, it's meant for the people of Ndoki, it's meant for the people of Eleme, meant for the people of Ogoni, meant for the people of Bobolo, meant for the people of Ibani, and also for the people of Karika. Now, these 7 local governments have their distinct set of people. And I can tell you for sure that whatever that concerns them and whatever representation that they deserve, I have touched their life, and I can tell you fully that I'm in touch with the ATO wars, and I'm in touch with the clan, and as a matter of fact, I am capable. Other my constituents who are candidates of their other political party can attest to that, because they are my constituents, and I think they are free to also seek what they call political contest, because there is no wrong at all for them to actually sort what we call contest as for what they want, because ambition is open to everybody at any point in time. But I know when they come at any point in time, I'm ahead of any of the contestants that is within my senatorial district.
You know, distinguished, no one is in doubt of your grassroots mobility. I mean, if for someone who's been a 2-time local government chairman, for someone that's gone to the House of Representatives twice, and you're also in the Senate, and of course, you've initiated several bills, even when you were even in the House of Representatives. Some of those bills, even though some of them have not been passed, for example, we have the issue relating to the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, so many other bills and other projects that you've backed up. But again, one critical thing is accessibility by your people. Your people are saying that you're not close to them. They can't access you. I have a lot of comments there. There's a young man whose name is Imiebe Oscar, who granted an interview and said one of the critical challenge with you is that you're not close to your people. How true is that?
Shegun, I think that gentleman, maybe he's not an Ogonima, or maybe it's not a person from my Rivers Southeast Senatorial District. Of course, we have the bad, the good, and the ugly. If there's one man that stays in his community and also in touch with my people, I left the last community of Ogoni called here just about 2 days ago. As I live here now, I'll be on my way to Kani. I will also get to Okwale, and I'll also be in Lore. These are communities, most of these people that are talking, they stay in Port Harcourt. I live with my people, and I will continue to be with them. I'm in touch with all youths and all strata of my people in Ogoni. And at any point in time, anybody can call me. I take all call. I've never changed my number. And this is me that is here with you.
Again, the correctness of that is another thing we're looking at, because again, a statement issued by another gentleman who said he's the president of MOSOP Canada chapter, Chief Samson Intime, and his associate, issued and published in the dailies about 2 weeks ago, stated categorically that they will be given their support for the APC candidate. Again, this is coming from an Ogoni man who is supposed to be the leader of MOSOP in Canada. Are you also surprised at this?
I am looking at it because with now PVC counts and the beavers also dictate. It's in Canada. Let him come back home, because I know definitely maybe the conversion rate will not even bring him back home, and I'm sure he doesn't even have a PVC to come back home. The right Ogoni people at anywhere will know that I'm in touch with my people. And maybe somebody calling you from Canada, maybe he's calling you with a number that is different. It might be here in Ogoni. It's not in Canada, because I've gone into America. I've spoken with both MOSOP and, of course, the Kagote in Canada and any part of the world. And they are in total in my support, and they know what I can do We are in charge of Ogoni, and I don't want at any time to look at anybody as second-class citizen, but I can say I'm a first son of Ogoni, and at any point in time, I can move Ogoni to the next level.
You know, in one of your write-up, Distinguished, you said it's only Africa that understands the challenges facing Africa, quoting Kwame Nkrumah. And you went further to say this quote applied to our senatorial district from the first day I got into the Senate. It's been my desire to address it. You also said, I have spoken about unemployment within Rivers Southeast senatorial district in different places. And you went further to say, today I can tell you that those of you who are indigenous or residents in the area are not alone in seeking remedies to this endemic, talking about employment. And quoting you again, you said, we have thousands of citizens who want to work, who are able to work, but who have gone for months or even years without finding reasonable work. And this is your quote. And you went further to say, however, it would be better to move jobs to Rivers Southeast senatorial district than to move people out to find jobs. End of quotes. But again, one thing I was waiting for you to state in that statement is how to move jobs to Rivers Southeast senatorial district.
Shegun, I think you can see and you can attest to me. I drove into your company, your studio this morning. As a matter of fact, being a representative of my people to that extent, the Indoroma that is here, I do oversight over them. The refinery that is by us, I also do oversight over them. And I can tell you the number of youth that was flogging into Indoroma today, getting into that place, is one of those attestations to say, job must come back to my senatorial district. I see the young men smiling into the complex. These are part of what I can tell you is my own effort. I have worked tirelessly with the company here to make sure our youth are given reasonable employment. I have worked with the host community at any point in time. Even my opponents can testify. When there's crisis in the community, I'm always there. And in the Roma that you see here today, I can say, not by boasting, that it is out of my support and, of course, my making that most of the things you are hearing that the host community and the company surviving is out of our effort. So for me to say I'm bringing job back to my people, Umeme back in the refinery can tell you in the shutdown, I have done a lot. Both the youth of Element can testify, and by extension, Ogoni youth. They're all being employed there. I don't want to sound more than the way I should, because I know it's my responsibility as a leader to make sure I provide employment for my people. However, you should note, as a senator, it is not my wholehearted responsibility, because why I was elected is for the purpose of lawmaking. Secondly, is for the purpose of representation. And thirdly, is for oversight. So all the other ones you are saying, giving employment and all these things, is as a result of contact and establishment done with the companies and the associated people that are within, that is giving us those ones. Those things are not really my responsibility, but because I have taken it upon myself to be a responsive senator, and that is why I'm attracting most of those things you are saying.
Fantastic. You're listening to Point Blank, and we are having a conversation with Senator Dr. Barinada Mpigi. His mantra is a smart contribution to legislative business, commitment to oversight and legislative duties, commitment to social and economic responsibility to his constituents, and he believes he has the experience, he has the knowledge, and he has the potentials. And it is 6 days to the election. So the question is, do you think Senator Barinada Mpigi deserves a continuation? We're having conversation with him, and we'll be speaking to him more quickly. I would entertain the first 3 calls, and the numbers to call 070-5079-1021 and 081-174-31024, as well as 090-3984-8244. I would appeal to all callers to make it 30 seconds because we'll be entertaining more of the responses on the social media. We would like for you to send in your comments on social media. We'll take more of the responses on social media. So let's take this first call. Good morning, and thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to Point Blank Saturday. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining us. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Vincent calling from Bori.
Vincent from Bori, your question.
I want to ask your guest, which is the senator from Ogoni Senatorial District.
Not Ogoni Senatorial District. It's Rivers Southeast Senatorial District.
Southeast Senatorial District. Thank you very much. I want to ask him, apart from the governor, because they are campaigning, it's not the governor contesting. He is the one contesting. He should tell the Ogonis and the Senatorial District where he comes from that. What is he going to achieve and what he has achieved so far ever since he has been in Senate? What has he been able to achieve?
Okay, fantastic. Well, thank you so much for that. Well, thank you so much. And I believe that you've been listening all this while to Senator Barry Ndambigi because he has been talking about them, and we have several of them. But let's take this one now. Good morning, and thank you for joining us. This is Point Blank.
Good morning, Shogun, and happy weekend.
Same to you. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, my name is Comrade Leta Sunday, President, the Time and Tone for River Southeast.
Comrade Leta, good morning. Thank you so much.
Yes. As regard to Senator Barry Ndambigi, Senator Barry Ndambigi has done us more harm than good.
Again, you need to clarify. You need to clarify when you say he has done more harm than good. What exactly are these harm that you feel he has done?
Yes. Let me say that in the aspect of infrastructure, or let me say human capacity development, he has scored 20 over 100. In the aspect of much contribution to the society where it comes from is ahead. I don't know where to start from because I've not seen, even from the statement, he has not mentioned anything he has done so far for the people of River Southeast. Now, what we see in the River South is insecurity. What they keep on creating is creating poverty for the youth so that they can be able to arm them as much as they want.
All right, thank you so much.
So that some of them has not contributed one thing. That is why I cannot be able to air out one thing he has done for the people of River Southeast.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. I think you've made your point. I think you've made your point. And let us allow another. Now, Senator, you heard the caller. He's from your senatorial district, and he feels that in human capacity development, you've not done very well. Perhaps you need to talk to him on that.
Well, let me thank him first, but let me take him from the later question he talked about. We just drove into this place for the first time in the history of this country.
Yeah.
I'm from the opposition party, the People's Democratic Party. I led a contingent of the Ogoni people, of course, in collaboration with Kagote, with almost all the opponents, or you call my constituents that are candidates of the other political parties, to see Mr. President. Today, the gentleman that is calling now, he can drive through this road, and if he's driven through this road now, you will see Sukuk 4.
Okay, Sukuk 4, which is a federal government road project.
Now, if you go and out, those were my brainchild, and of course, for today, the 7 local government of my senatorial district can benefit. I single-handedly make sure this road was taken over from the Ministry of Works and was given to NNPC Special Tax Fund, and everybody can attest to it. He has the number of the Group Managing Director of NNPC. Let him call him. I did it, and of course, without any bias, to make sure all the people of my senatorial district can benefit. In human capacity, maybe the person also talking is not back at home. Let him ask, where is he from? He should mention the name of his community. I am from Tai, and of course, I am from Tai in Ogoni. I have spread whatever thing it takes. The council chairman can testify. From main time of trying to talk about things like entrepreneurship, I have put in everybody directly in charge. And mind you, the man that is talking about insecurity, Shegun, you know, when you were working at the 93.7, I was appointed the Pioneer Commissioner for Youth Affairs. And if a place that you can talk about today, back at my home, if it's from Gokana or if it's from Fukana, every person in Rivers State can testify that Tai is the most peaceful local government. My community, Korumatai, they can testify is the most peaceful home. And if he's talking about insecurity, you should better come and consult me because I know the council chairman on Grana, who is a product of PDP, has made Gokana peaceful. The council chairman in Kana local government, who happened to be my product right from day one, has made Bori a place now that two people can sleep with their 2 eyes closed. If he's talking about development, I've gone out of my way to make sure the transformer that is giving light to Bori today was given by Senator Barry Ndambigi. So if he wants to mention what I should do, I think maybe he is off home and he's calling from Port Harcourt, he's not at home. Let him go back home so that he can see exactly what we are putting on ground.
Now distinguished, again, I'm beginning to think perhaps there is a lacuna, because while we were preparing for this program, I was looking through some of the motions you've contributed to. For example, you contributed to the motion on the declaration status of the police college located in Tai, implication on rising insecurity, revive the Nigerian palm oil industry, an imperative of the national economic growth, the need to intervene in the mysterious death of Bonny Island, the need to address the repair and collapse of dilapidated portion of the East-West Road, improving health and environment. So there's so many of this motion. But again, your people seem not to be aware of what you're doing. Perhaps that's the reason for this caller, because one of your responsibility is to listen to your people. Sometimes you may be doing things and people are not aware of what you're doing. Do you think that's your challenge?
It's not my challenge, because most of them are not at home. I was at Gokana, where he's calling from yesterday. The crisis that erupted in Bodo, I was with the council chairman, of course. Your studio was there. The Ogoni TV, they also came. And we tried to have a regular town hall meeting for feedback mechanism. We've been doing it regularly. So most of these people that cause, they don't know exactly what they are at home. They are supposed to do at home.
Your responsibility is to make them know, because you are representing them.
That is exactly what we've been doing, but we're putting it across. Maybe because they know I'm coming to the studio, that's why they're calling. But back at home, over 90% of Ogoni people can tell you, and the senatorial can say, Barry is in touch with them, and my message is being passed to them accordingly.
Fantastic. We'll be looking at how much you are in touch with the people of your senatorial district, and we're speaking to distinguished Senator Dr. Barry Mpigi. Is currently a serving senator of the Federal Republic for South River South Senatorial District. He's seeking a second term on already. He has in his kitty the passage of a very important bill, the establishment of Ogoni University of Environment, waiting the assent of President Muhammad Buhari. And he has assured that that bill will be assented to. Now, let's take two more calls, and I'll be reading comments on the social media. We have this one coming through. Good morning, and thank you for joining us, Point Blank.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, distinguished senator.
Good morning.
Distinguished senator, my name is Otiasa Christian Livingstone. I am a Soko man. And I have called this morning to thank you and every other person related to you that worked for the institutional approval of the Ogoni Environment University. I do so purely from the professional perspective. Distinguished senator, however, you will recall that last year in a place called Ekulu River in Eleme.
Sir, could you mention the name of the place? Okay, in Eleme, yes.
Ekulu River.
Ekulu River in Eleme, yes.
Yes, there was a massive fish kill from the operations of Indorama, ammonia to be precise, killed fishes. And these things were not well treated. There was a concealment by both the council, and we did not hear your voice, particularly considering what you have done for environment. We did not hear your voice in all of these things, and how it was resolved, nobody knew. What can you say about it? And how can the environment be resuscitated, the losses be compensated, and every other thing put together? And how do we stop this idea of environmental degradations, harmful treatments to the environment?
Thank you so much, Otiasa. I need to allow you to go. Thank you so much. And one more here. Good morning. Thank you for joining us, Point Blank.
Yeah, good morning, Shagun.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning to the great senator in the house. My name is J.A. Jan. I'm calling you from Port Harcourt.
J.J., good morning.
Yes, Shagun, if my memory serves me right, I think Senator Barry Mpigi was the one that led the first ever protest when that bridge on the East-West Road close to Indorama wanted to collapse. And he also took the message to the Senate floor. I think I saw him. And a whole lot of things. Even at a time when the shareholders in the Indorama share, the communities, when they were having issues, in spite of the fact of his busy schedule, he makes sure that he goes in and see how to settle those problems. So if he can be known in every community and people are coming to say, oh, we don't hear you, we don't, maybe they want him to be sleeping on a radio station so that I don't know, even if you sleep in the radio station, those that don't want to hear will not want to hear. So for me, I say kudos to you, Mr.
Thank you so much,
Senator.
JJ. Thank you so much. And let us come to comment that are coming in on the social media. I have Chijike Wanko said, please can Senator Barry Mpigi tell us what he has done for the people of Oyigbo? Are we not part of his constituent? And that's another one. Senator Barry Mpigi is a good man and will return to Senate. And well, that is from Fubara, Israel. And Gote Wita Azienda, we need someone who understands the pain and angers of Ogoni to respect us at the National Assembly. I think it is time to give Andoni people a chance because Ogoni needs, because what the Ogoni needs is governor and not a senator. So Barry Mpigi has not done anything for his senatorial district for the past 4 years, and this is from Gote Wite from Azika. Another one said, yeah, good morning, distinguished senator. I want to start by applauding the rich CV of the senator. However, I want to ask the distinguished senator this question. Is he only person qualified for that seat in Rivers Southeast? If no, why must it be him? Secondly, what is the take in the lingering crisis between Governor Wike and Atiku Abubakar? So many questions there. But first, the guy from Oyigbo wants to know what you are doing for the people of Oyigbo.
Well, Shegu, before we take the person from Oyigbo, let's quickly take on the Eleme man that talked about the environment.
Yes.
Now, what really happened in that case, I'm a member of the House Senate Committee on Environment. And as soon as that matter was laid before us, I took the matter straight to Mr. Senate President, and of course, we came here directly for an oversight of that very spot. And I think it's still waiting legislative procedure. I can assure you that something will be done definitely. We are also in touch with the management of Idoroma as per whether they are keeping to the environmental standard requirement. And I can assure you, by the time we are done with the Senate and legislative input, we definitely will come back to the community and the proper thing will be done accordingly. Now, back at Oyigbo, if there's any policy that they can talk about, because I have started earlier on by telling the good people of the state and my senatorial district, I am a lawmaker, and as a lawmaker, I am not here to execute projects, but I attract projects. The first set of things I did was on Omosaya Road. I attracted the NDDC on Omosaya Road, and of course, projects were actually executed. In the King Palace, Chihuanji Place, the water that is running there now and the road was done exactly about 3 years ago by my humble self, Senator Barry Mpigi. There are a lot of empowerment I've done in Oyigbo. The women from Obakwo will mention to you directly what I have done in Oyigbo. Oyigbo is my second place. That is why I can boldly tell you that from Obeit down to the last community of Omosaya in Oyigbo Urban, that I knows everybody. And my friend is also running an election from Oyigbo there. His name is Felix Weke. So I work in hand with him. What is happening in Oyigbo now, attracting Mr. Governor to start doing what they are doing in Oyigbo, it's a matter of stakeholders because we work together. And that is why at any point in time we can preach about the policy of consolidation and continuity. We are together in it.
Distinguished, again, the issue relating to development of your people is another critical one. Now, a lot of people have said that distinguished Senator Barry Mpigi does not have interest in the Ogoni cleanup exercise. And they feel this is the reason why on the floor of the National Assembly, you hardly speak, and correct me if I'm wrong, you hardly speak concerning issues relating to the Ogoni cleanup. Is it true that distinguished Barry Mpigi has issues with the current high prep responsible for the cleanup of Ogoni? If not, how come distinguished has not raised his voice, particularly on issues relating to the delay or the slow process of the cleanup?
Well, Shegu, thank you very much. If you hear me, the person that is in charge, the project coordinator of High Prep and the current minister now, I can tell you I left and I went with them. We're in London, we went to Scotland, all in search of the best practices that need to be done in Ogoni. Last night, I was with the project coordinator of High Prep, and all what we want to tell you, the policy statement that actually established High Prep has been there. There's a proposal now to see how we can institutionalize and High Prep by coming out with a law that will make sure it is something that is put on ground. If we don't make a legal framework towards it, it's wrong. But I'm actually working on something like that. Back in the Senate, if you ask me, maybe we don't talk about things like that, I am in the committee of host community and in committee of environment. Several times we've been here in Ogoniland to oversight the work of HYPREP, and I can tell you for sure that they are doing well. But today, let me tell you, we are expecting, Mr. President, because we are going out of the normal way of remediation now. Because if you decide to spend all the Ogoni monies back to just thinking of cleanup, without seeing physical structures on ground, I will tell you that we are lying. We are not doing well. But the current management of HYPREP in conjunction with the committee, of which I'm also a member on host committee, that we electrification, Mr. President and the Federal Executive Council, they've approved without bias electrification of all Ogoni communities. I can tell you that the water that they put on ground before this time, we are also working in such a way that it will be self-sustainable. And more of these that are coming, the hospital that is going to take off in Sakwewan, in Ogoniland, is one of such things. Practical things have been put in place in the current leadership of HYPREP now. So if anybody is telling you I don't talk about it, maybe they don't understand the under job that we've been going on about HYPREP. HYPREP is our baby, and we'll continue to make sure we protect HYPREP, to make sure it sees the day in Ogoniland.
Fantastic. If you're just tuning in, you're listening to Point Blank, and we are having a conversation with distinguished Senator Dr. Barnard Ampigi. He is a member of the Senate. He's a 7th member of the Senate, and he's seeking a 2nd term. And so far, he has a lot of bills that he has contributed to, and one of them has received the passage, which is the establishment of the University of Environment. He was a former commissioner. He was the pioneer commissioner for youth in Rivers State, a 2-time local government chairman in Thai local government, and also he was in the House of Representatives twice. Distinguished, this is Point Blank, and on Point Blank, we talk point blankly. A lot of people say you are known as Don Jazzy. I don't know the meaning of Don Jazzy, but a lot of people said the meaning is you sponsor cultism in your area. Distinguished, are you a sponsor of cult-related activities in your area?
Shegun, I started the amnesty program today that the federal government under Yaradua picked up. I was the pioneer commissioner of youth in Rivers State. I worked with you. And if there's one person, right from my day in the university till today, I can tell you, I represent the good, the bad, and the ugly people. But at any point in time, a soul can be torn poor. I can assure you that I don't distance myself from any person at all. But for me to sponsor cultism, let them believe and look at charity begins at home. I come from a community, there is nothing like cult-related activities back in my home. But there's nowhere, if you tell me there's anybody called a cultist here, my brother, if in the cause of making me to make sure that person repent and turn to be something good, I will go there. So I can tell you for sure, I'm not that person that will sponsor any cult-related activities. Go back to Ogoni, go back to my community. If I discover you're a cultist, and you are not ready to repent, I will send you to the appropriate place. Where is the appropriate place? Let the law take its course. And I've been doing that systematically, and I'll continue to do that.
Fantastic. We'll go on a short break. When we come back from the break, I'll be talking more to distinguished Senator Barnard Ampigi. We'll be looking business. He has 2 MBAs. He has an MBA in marketing and also an MBA in business administration, apart from his PhD. Again, we'll be looking at how to make more business in Ogoni area, and I'll be taking all of your comments. Stay with us. Point Blank will be back shortly.
Because no one does it better. We are Super FM.
On election day, now who we go vote for?
Now Dumolulu brings where we go vote for Accord.
My people listen, On election day, carry your PVC, make sure you clean and wear. Go your polling unit early, collect your ballot paper, then check on top. You will see Accord. Naim be the first on the ballot. Share you here, you go see the yellow box where get A on top. Now there you go cast your vote. Because now only do more 9 go fit do good for us. Because do more cares, do more cares, do more go do more. Election day, look your ballot paper well. For the first yellow box, you go see A where they write on top. Now where this A day, 9 you go cast your vote. Make it better for us. On election day, now who we go vote for? Now do more Lulu bricks where we go vote for Accord. We go vote for Accord. That yellow color box, now him be Accord. Now by the side you go cast your vote.
We are Super FM.
And once again, thank you so much for staying with us. You're listening to Point Blank, and I'm having a conversation with distinguished Senator Barry Nadan-Pigi, and he is the current 7th Senator for Rivers Southeast Senatorial District. And in 6 days, he will be asking that you vote for him for another term in the Senate. Again, the telephone lines 070-5079-1021 and 081-174-31021, 090-398-48244. And we're taking a lot of comments on the telephone. We're also taking your comment on the social media. Good morning, and thank you for joining us. This is Point Blank.
Pastor Shegun, thank you so much. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to the distinguished senator. My name is Dumezo Samson. And I was surprised listening to Senator Barry when he said he's still working out framework in regards to high prep. He's been in the Senate for 4 years, and he has just few days to go. So if he does not make it back to the Senate, one wonders what will become of what he claimed to have been working about. Anyways, no problem. Let's move to something else. A member of the PDP, Chief Gani Toba, came on air, came to this radio station, and accused Senator Barry of sponsoring cultism, not just in Thai, but in Ogoni land. So I want Senator Barry to refute it on air.
Okay.
And tell the people of Ogoni that what Chief Gani Toba said about him is not true, because it was said on this radio station.
All right, fantastic. Again, I quite appreciate what you've said, and I'm not trying to cut you short by any means. But again, if you listen to Dr. Barry Nadan-Pigi, he had said he has no hand in any issue relating to courtism. And now that I don't want him to explain, but time is really very precious. Broadcast time is expensive. So maybe you would respond to that, but let's take this call. Good morning, and thank you so much for joining us, Point Blank.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Shegun.
Good morning, thank you.
Yes, I also want to greet the Honorable in the House.
Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yes, this is Mr. Saro calling from Eleme.
Mr. Saro, good morning.
Yes. There is something he talked about the people doing clean up in Ogoni land. You see, there is one thing I don't like about that. I hate when I hear that high prep is doing clean up in Ogoni land, because there is no clean up that is happening in Ogoni land. I want to ask Mr. Barry Nadan-Pigi, that is that the kind of clean up Mr. or the Lake Saro who were approved in the Ogoni Bill of Rights, that there will be clean up in Ogoni? Is that the kind of clean up that is going in Ogoni land? That's my question to you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Saro. And again, we would allow him to speak to that. Good morning, and thank you for joining us. This is Point Blank.
My name is Akanto, calling from Ogoni.
Akanto, good morning. Thank you.
Good
morning.
Yes. Well, I want to ask distinguished senator. I know that he has done his best. He has done his best as a perfect representative of his central district. But considering he had president and his participation in politics since 1998 or thereabout, I want to ask distinguished senator, sir, how many persons from your senatorial district you have given a scholarship, at least to a doctorate degree level? Second, Shegun, distinguished senator, I know I love you so much. Try, because you are not visible. I stay in Bori. I live in Zakon. How many projects in Zakon? Point a project in Bori, Zakon. You said you will transformer. Where is the location of the transformer?
Thank you so
much. And finally, I say, distinguished senator, try.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Distinguished Senator, you want to respond to those questions?
Well, let me thank my brother that just called, and I want him to quickly take it upon himself. Now, in the mix of the crisis that happened during the COVID, and even when the lecturers across the whole country had a problem, I was one of the very few people or persons that quietly within myself invited all the lecturers in the university, federal universities here. And of course, they can testify to that. All of them were given stipend by my humble self. The man that is talking about projects in this place, I took a transformer to his community. Okay. And there was a crisis in between then. One group said, put it at a particular point. The other one say, put it at this particular point. As we speak here, the transformer meant for Zakpo. You can testify. It's on ground in my place. Now, the very place, the Polytechnic Junction, the transformer you are seeing there now, was installed by my humble self. And without any ambiguity, I will say, I installed that transformer at that point. Okay. Now, our brother from Element that talked about that remediation is not properly done the way it's supposed to do. I have also concurred to that say, right now, what we are doing is that we are going beyond mere remediation to think of how we can fix infrastructure on ground in Ogoni. That is why we talked about the electrification of the whole area. That's why we talk about the specialist hospital. That's why we also talk about the what we call Center for Excellence in Ogoni. All these things are being put, and thank God, the present covering council and, of course, the board of trustees of High Prep are working directly with the Senate Committee on Host Community. And, of course, I'm a member of that committee to work directly to say Ogoni people should see something beyond mere remediation for us to see some infrastructures. Once there's light in Ogoni, what do we think? There will be employment, there will be industry that will come up, and a lot of things will come up in that area. So the young man should understand that we have gone beyond just mere surviving. We are thinking of development as we speak here today.
And talking about development, Distinguished, I want to bring you to another issue, and this is the issue on whether Ogoni is ripe or not ripe to produce the governor of Rivers State. So recently, a politician from your stock said Ogoni is not ripe to produce the governor of Rivers State. And I'm going to take you back to what you said in 2017, Distinguished. In 2017, while you were in the APC, you said, and I quote you said, the only reason why Thai people may not rethink if its gubernatorial ticket is given to any Ogoni, we don't need deputy governor or whatever. At the absence of the gubernatorial ticket for an Ogoni son, I hereby urge Thai people to support Wike till 2023. You said in the absence of a gubernatorial ticket for an Ogoni son. Now we have several Ogoni sons who have gubernatorial tickets. Distinguished, is Ogoni ripe to produce governor for Rivers State?
The answer is yes, and the answer is no. Let me tell you, in the country, we have two main political parties, the People's Democratic Party, but not existing in Rivers State, the APC. Let me tell you for sure, the umbrella is wide enough for us. And if anybody tells you that is picking party ticket, that is not a party that can have a structure, because let me quickly put it very strong, Shegun.
Yes.
As I speak here today, the People's Democratic Party has what we call 319 councillors around the 319 wards. As we speak here today, there are 6,688 units in Rivers State. The People's Democratic Party can tell you that we can boast of 28%. Governorship is something we negotiate. If you think you don't negotiate with your neighbors, and you think you want to grab, what are your structures on ground? One of my good friends, and an elder of the state, say it's a matter of logistics. This logistics is something that you need to look back properly. My brother, I want to tell you, yes, Ogoni, where I come from, we deserve governorship. But I think it will come at the right time, but not now, because we don't have the structure that it will take. We don't want to go back to Egypt any longer. We negotiate. Right now is the turn of the Ibani people. The common market of the Ibani people is Bori. Who tells you that Ogoni will not take governorship one day? If the Ibani man decides to finish 8 years today, and he remembers what? Remember, Right Honorable Rotimi Amechi did it for 8 years. My boss, Governor Wike, now is doing it for 8 years. I don't know from the same senatorial district. So the Ogoni people should see how we can negotiate with others to take power. Power is not forced. If you say monkey smart, look at that proverb. It's because tree what? Near tree. There is no tree nearing tree in this case now. I have told all my Ogoni brothers to be very smart. Because if you're not smart, you won't be able to get to the next level. I am smart. That is why I am today. I know that is not possible because for my vote, the vote of my senatorial district, I can tell you for free, that we are going to vote for Sim Fubara, and that is our candidate.
Fantastic. We're speaking to Dr. Barry Nada Mpigi. We're having a conversation. He is a 7th member of the Senate and he's seeking a 2nd term. He has attracted projects through budget legislative input, including the training of science teachers and key distribution to schools in River State. And this was collaborated with the Science Equip Development Institute in Enugu. It has capacity building for River Southeast youths in Mentorwood, and that is also an input. Training and empowerment of over 1,000 youths and women from 7 local government areas in the senatorial district in footwear production. But again, the question is, will Barry Nada Mpigi edge out some formidable opponents, including that of the APC, in the coming election? That's a very big question. Senator, I'll be asking you that. But quickly, let me go to the telephone line. I have a couple of callers coming through. Good morning, and thank you for joining us, Point Blank.
Hello, good morning, Pastor Shegun.
Thank you so much.
And good morning to the distinguished senator, my elder brother, Senator.
Hello? Oh, we lost that call there, and apologies there. Let's take this one. Good morning, and thank you for joining us. This is Point Blank.
Good morning, Mr. Shegun Owolabi.
Good morning.
Yeah, I greet your guest in the studio. My name is Boase Magnus, calling you from Port Harcourt.
Go ahead, sir. Your question.
Yes, I just want to ask your guest in the studio a simple question. You know, in the course of his activities politically in the state, several times he has come onto the air and he has been saying that the Ogoni people are not ripe to be governor, and they are not
again,
ready.
Senator, Magnus, I'm very sorry to call you. You heard him. He has not said they are not ripe. He answered the question.
No, he belongs to the category. He belongs to the category.
Again,
of
perhaps, Magnus, you need to frame your question properly. I apologize. Again, he has not said they are not ripe. He has not said they are not ripe. Perhaps you need to get your question correct.
My point is very simple. So, can you hear me? My point is very simple. Yes. I think we are all Ogoni people. And so if someone from Ogoni is coming out to contest as the governor of River State, I think it's not right for another Ogoni man to start to condemn the person.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Magnus. You have your points and you have your views. But again, let us just respect what the distinguished has said. Let us not quote him out of context. Let's take this one. Good morning, and thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, my name is John Bariko.
Thank you so much.
I'm calling from Bodo City.
Yes.
Yes, I want to greet the distinguished senator, Barry Mpigi, in the studio. I want to comment by saying that I support most of the view that he has said when he said that politics is about strategy. It is not a business of emotion.
Sir, could you just ask a question because time is not on our side?
It's not a business of emotion. So when I am an Ogoni man, and I would have loved an Ogoni man to be a governor, which I know for sure someday an Ogoni man will be governor. So what I'm trying to say is that it's not an issue that you begin to condemn someone who is telling you the truth. That look, as Ogoni people, we need to come together and strategize for this thing so that when the right time comes, an Ogoni man will become a governor that will serve the interest
fantastic.
of Rivers
Thank
people.
you so much. I think you've made your point. Now, distinguished, we have comments coming here. Mpa Barry Saroge said, good morning, Shegun, and your guest. He said, distinguished, why have you not organized a town hall meeting with your constituents to know what they want as a people you are representing? And I said, where is your senatorial office located in Bori, the senatorial headquarters? Why did Gideon Dema seated by your... Oh my God. Okay, Gideon Demo, they're asking why you're seated by the side of distinguished. But Gideon Demo is not our guest this morning, but I guess they're watching you and they're watching you live. And again, this is to let you know that we're streaming live and you can watch us live on Facebook. It is Super 93.3 FM. Twitter on Super FM 933, Super FM 9.3 on Instagram, and as well as YouTube, Super FM page. But again, let's come to the question. The issue of you organizing a town hall meeting and asking that, where is your senatorial office in Bori?
It is very clear. There shall be a senatorial office or constituency office in the senatorial district. There is one, and it's built. The place is properly known as 1961. It is there. Now, as I'm living here now, I am going for another consultative meeting in Kani. If Kani people can tell you, they will say, I'm living here, I'm going to Okwale right now. There's another meeting. So we've been doing that one, time without number. We've been doing it in Bori. I did the other day in Gokana, and I will continue to do such. So I have in touch with my people, and I will continue to be in touch with my people. I will continue the consultation till the last minute on the 24th, breaking 25th.
Distinguished, just a couple of weeks ago, I had another fantastic Ogoni gentleman in the studio. I'm talking about Ambassador Ojingofa. He was here a couple of weeks ago. And one thing he said very, very clear to me is that he has the intellect and that you are obsolete and you've not been very active in the Senate. He said he has come to take you out of the way. Are you afraid?
Yeah, the gentleman, maybe like I'm trying to tell you, I don't know if I do have any opponent, because I know this election I'm going into, I don't think I have any opponent at all. I can tell you for sure, the result will come out, and I'm contesting election. You mentioned my brother's name. I didn't want to talk about him, but I'm contesting election in Aleto, and I can tell you, Chief Ojingofa will tell you that I'm winning in Aleto. I'm comfortable. The capacity is over-leveled, and I'm in touch with all the 88 wards, with structures established across the whole senatorial district, and I can tell you, we are set for this game. Let me tell you again, the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is not a place for gangsters. The Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, they're for matured mind that can negotiate. I have that capacity, and that I can tell you. I don't want to be a backbencher. And the people of Rivers Southeast Senatorial District can tell you that they want to be at the front row now. And here is Senator Barenada Mpigi, because about 30 senators are returning, and I know my role. The Senate President, anybody that will be, cannot push me back. We don't want to go back again to think of, oh, how many times you raise up hand? Because ranking matters in the Senate, and it's a legislative business, and I know my people are wise enough. We don't want to talk about it. When the time comes for other LGAs, for them to represent, we'll give it to them, and I will give my full support, the way I've done to others. But now is the turn of the Thai people. Other people from other LGAs in the senatorial district, I know they will all support me, and I ranked in all opinion poll as the best, and I will win.
You know, distinguished Senator Dr. Barenada, I like the confidence with which you speak. Of course, you are gifted in oracy, and which is one of the criteria for someone who would want to go to the House of, to the Senate and represent the people. But again, my question is, you will be going there. If you win this election, there will be caucuses formed. Already, the People's Democratic Party is in a problem in Rivers State. You have the Atiku faction and you have the Wike faction. And when you get to the Senate, if you win the election, you would have to work with some of these people who believed in the presidency of Atiku Abubakar. How do you want to cope? Particularly now, you may correct me, you are not supporting Atiku as president.
Shegun, let me take you. I got into the Senate today, and I love Rivers State. Rivers first, Rivers second, Rivers third. I love my governor, Governor Wike. Wike first, Wike second, Wike third. Nobody. Mind you, in the last Senate, on the June 11th, 2019, I was the person that nominated the man that was not elected, the Senate President, Ali Ndume. I'm alive here today. So nothing will ever change my mind from being a Rivers man. I prefer being a Rivers man than being a Nigerian.
Distinguished Senator, you know, I would love for us to continue this conversation, but again, your media aide have informed me that you have other engagements, and we would love to respect your engagements, and so we'll be asking. But just before you go, do you still play table tennis? You're looking so young. I mean, I saw you playing table tennis some time ago, and I was like, oh, Does he have time to play table tennis? Do you still play table tennis?
Shego, that is not even what we are talking. I think the road to your place there is so bad. And I think we also ask your neighborhood to quickly think of what we do as part of our we call constituency consideration, and to see if we can attract a development down to the studio, because you are
distinguished. I'll be very excited for you to do that. I mean, the road is so bad, and I like the fact that you recognize that and you're willing to do something for us.
Table tennis is a good game, and we are on it. We continue to keep fit.
One day, you and I will play. I mean, your constituency, distinguished. We will organize and we'll ask people to come and watch us. Let's see who wins.
Shegu, this chairman of Eleme is doing well here. I think you are giving the kudos because he has made sure Eleme for now is a place where you can sleep with your two eyes closed. We cannot change the winning team.
Distinguished Dr. Barinada Mpigi, thank you so much for coming on Super FM Point Blank this Saturday. We enjoyed the discussion with you, and hopefully, maybe if we could just still out 30 or 20 minutes before the election, we'll also like to have more conversation with you. Thank you so much.
After the election by 26.
Okay then. Thank you so much, distinguished Senator Barinada Mpigi.